Dear children, welcome to this channel. We have come to the conclusion part of the fourth chapter, inverse trigonometric function. Yeah, that is the objective questions. To check your understanding level, that is how far you have understood the concept, objective questions are given. They help you to assess your understanding level. Okay. So, before seeing this video, just try to do all the 1 marks by yourselves. Then you can refer the video and check whether you have done the sums correctly. Okay. Be confident on yourselves and have a try. Hope you will do all the sums correctly. Okay. Exercise 4.6. The first objective question is the value of sine inverse of cos x where x lies between 0 to pi is dash. Options are pi minus x minus pi by 2 minus x and x minus pi. So, there is a direct formula by the remark, that is sine inverse of cos x is equal to pi by 2 minus x, or by using that remark you can directly write down the answer, or even you can write like this: sine inverse of cos x can be written as sine of pi by 2 minus x, where x lies in the first 2 quadrant. Okay, and hence sine inverse of sine, and therefore it will be equal to pi by 2 minus x. So, what is the option? Option number 3 is the correct answer, that is pi by 2 minus x. So, even you can write down the answer directly from the remark, right? Then if second one, if sine inverse of x plus sine inverse of y is equal to 2 pi by 3, then cos inverse of x plus cos inverse of y is equal to, and options are given. So, given the equation in sine inverse and you are asked to find out the answer in cos inverse. So, you have to remember a relation between sine inverse of x and cos inverse of x. So, what is the relation? So, by the inverse cofunction identity, you know that sine inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. Okay. So, replace sine inverse of x by pi by 2 minus cos inverse of x. So, sine inverse of x is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse of x. Therefore, what you have? Cos inverse pi by 2 minus cos inverse of x, and this will become pi by 2 minus cos inverse of y is equal to 2 pi by 3. That is pi by 2 and pi by 2 is pi. So, pi minus of cos inverse of x, and taking minus common outside, we have cos inverse of y is equal to 2 pi by 3. So, this implies that cos inverse of x plus cos inverse of y is equal to pi minus 2 pi by 3, that is 3 pi minus 2 pi, which is equal to pi by 3. So, using that relation, we got the answer as pi by 3, and that is the second option. So, the answer for this one is second option, pi by 3. Okay. Then third one, sine inverse of 3 by 5 minus cos inverse of 12 by 13 plus secant inverse of 5 by 3 minus cosecant inverse of 13 by 2 is equal to, and options are given. So, first of all, let us change secant inverse and cosecant inverse to sine and cos, and let us apply the identity. Let us check whether we can apply the identity. Okay. Moreover, sine inverse 3 by 5 and secant inverse 5 by 3, the same numbers have been. So, by constructing a right triangle, we can apply the Pythagorean triple 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, let us convert this, right. So, if you convert by constructing a right angle triangle, that is by taking secant inverse of 5 by 3 as theta, or directly by using the formula that secant inverse of x is equal to cos inverse of 1 by x. Okay. So, directly we can use the formula, and hence secant inverse of 5 by 3 is equal to cos inverse of 3 by 5, and similarly cosecant inverse of 13 by 12 is equal to sine inverse of 12 by 13. Okay, using the formula secant inverse of x is equal to cos inverse of 1 by x, and cosecant inverse of x is equal to sine inverse of 1 by x, reciprocal identity formula. So, let us convert this to sine and cos. Then let us substitute here. So, what happened to the given expression? Sine inverse of 3 by 5 minus cos inverse of 12 by 13, then plus cos inverse of 3 by 5 minus sine inverse of 12 by 13. Okay, that is equal to, now Sin inverse of 3 by 5 and cos inverse of 3 by 5 can be grouped. Okay, sin inverse of 3 by 5 plus cos inverse of 3 by 5, and then these two can be grouped. by taking minus outside. So what we have? Cos inverse of 12 by 13 plus sin inverse of 12 by 13. So this is nothing but pi by 2 and that is also pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus pi by 2 is 0. So what is the option? Option number 3. So this is option number 3, 0 is the answer. Then fourth one, if sin inverse of x is equal to 2 sin inverse of x alpha has a solution, then dash, and the options are given for alpha, the range of alpha. See, given in the question it has been given that sin inverse of x has a solution. That means that sin inverse of x exists. So what is the range of sin inverse of x? Range of sin inverse of x is closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay. So that means that as it has a solution, this sin inverse of x lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So we can write that minus pi by 2 less than or equal to sin inverse of x less than or equal to pi by 2. Okay. Now replace, but sin inverse of x has been given 2 sin inverse of alpha. So minus pi by 2 less than or equal to 2 sin inverse of alpha less than or equal to pi by 2. So to get the value of alpha, first of all you have to remove this 2. So dividing throughout by 2, we have minus pi by 4 less than or equal to sin inverse of alpha less than or equal to plus pi by 4. Again taking sign throughout, we have sin of minus pi by 4. What is sin of minus pi by 4? That is nothing but 1 by minus 1 by root 2, or let us write the first step like this, taking sign throughout. Okay, and this implies that what is sin of minus pi by 4? That is equal to minus 1 by root 2 less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to pi by sin of pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So this implies that modulus of alpha is less than or equal to 1 by root 2. Okay. So as alpha lies between minus 1 by root 2 to 1 by root 2, its modulus value is less than or equal to 1 by root 2. So this is option number 1. So the answer for this one is option number 1, modulus of alpha is less than or equal to 1 by root 2. Then fifth one, sin inverse of cos x is equal to pi by 2 minus x is valid for dash. See, this is nothing but another version of the first question. So what is the first question? The value of sin inverse of cos x when x lies between 0 to pi is pi by 2 minus x. So if it is pi by 2 minus x, what would be the validity for x? Means it lies between 0 to pi. Okay. So is there any option? Here it is second option. So what is the answer for the second option? 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to pi. Then sixth one, if sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of y plus sin inverse of z is equal to 3 pi by 2, then the value of x power 2017 plus y power 2018 plus z power 2019 minus 9 divided by x power 101 plus y power 101 plus z power 101 is dash. Okay. Given that sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of y plus sin inverse of z is equal to 3 pi by 2. Let us split this pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 as pi by 2 plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Okay. And moreover, so such that each one is equal to pi by 2. That is sin inverse of x is pi by 2, sin inverse of y is pi by 2 and the sin inverse of z is equal to pi by 2. And moreover, what would be the value of x when it is sin inverse of x is equal to pi by 2? So when sin inverse of x is equal to pi by 2 means this implies x is equal to, so the value of x is equal to 1. So this is the maximum value. So what would be the maximum value of sin? It is 1 and it is obtained by pi by 2. At x is equal pi by 2, theta is equal to pi by 2. Therefore, sin inverse of x is equal to pi by 2 means x is equal to 1. So we can take this as when each one is equal to pi by 2 means the value of x, y, z will be equal to 1 in all. Therefore, this implies that x and y and z is also all equal to 1 and hence the given expression becomes x power 2017 means 1 power 2017 plus 1 power 2018 plus 1 power 2019 minus 9 divided by 1 power 101 plus 1 power 101 plus 1 power 101. So each one is equal to 1. So that is equal to 3 minus 9 divided by, here each one is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 9 by 3 is 3 and 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So So what is the option, correct option for the question number 6? Option number 1, that is 0. 7th one, if cot inverse of x is equal to 2 pi by 5 for some x belongs to R, then the value of tan inverse of x is dash. Then you know that there is a relation between cot inverse of x and tan inverse of x by the inverse cofunction identity, that is cot inverse of x plus tan inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. So this replace cot inverse of x by 2 pi by 5. So 2 pi by 5 plus tan inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. So which implies that tan inverse of x is equal to pi by 2 minus 2 pi by 5. Okay. So taking LCM as 10, right? 5 pi minus 2 pi is 3 pi. 5 pi and then here minus 4 pi, sorry 4 pi, 5 pi minus 4 pi is pi, so pi by 10. So what is the option? Option number 3, that is pi by 10 is the value for tan inverse of x. Then 8th one, the domain of the function defined by f of x is equal to sin inverse of root of x minus 1 is dash. Okay. So usually we take the domain of sin inverse is minus 1 to plus 1. You know that the domain of sin inverse is closed interval minus 1 to 1. So what we do, we take this one lies between minus 1 to 1 and then we simplify and then find out. But here as a root of the given function there exists a root. So if we take the domain as minus 1 to 1 means from minus 1 to 0. So if we take the values from minus 1 to 0, that means the negative values, what happen? Root of x minus 1 will become negative. Negative means, that is x minus 1 will become negative. So root of x minus 1 will be an imaginary value. So instead of, so you have to avoid the negative values because root of x minus 1 will be, that is root of x minus 1 is unreal, not real for negative values. For negative values. So instead of taking the domain to be closed interval minus 1 comma 1, let us take the closed interval to be 0 to 1. Okay, closed interval 0 to 1. Therefore, 0 to 1 means that is 0 less than or equal to root of x minus 1 less than or equal to 1. Okay. So instead of taking minus 1 to 1, we have taken the domain to be 0 to 1 because root of x minus 1 will be imaginary for the negative values. Okay. So then let us squaring on both sides. What we have, square root of 0 less than or equal to x minus 1 is less than or equal to 1, and then adding 1 on both sides, we have 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. So this implies that x belongs to the domain closed interval 1 comma 2. So that is option number 1. So what is the answer for this 8th question? Option number 1, that is the closed interval 1 comma 2. 9th one, if x is equal to 1 by 5, the value of cos inverse of x plus 2 sin inverse of x is dash. So given the value of x and you have to find the value of this expression. Okay. So the given expression is cos inverse of x plus 2 sin inverse of x. Okay. So let us split this as sin inverse of x plus sin inverse of x. Okay. So that cos inverse of x plus sin inverse of x will be equal to pi by 2 and then plus sin inverse of x. And then cos of 90 plus something means cos of pi by 2 plus something means it lies, that angle lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant cos is negative. So that will be equal to minus, and when pi by 2 means you have to change the ratio to sine. So this is nothing but sine of this angle, that is which is nothing but sin inverse of x. Then sine of sin inverse of x is x. So that is equal to minus x. Okay, minus sine of sin inverse of x is x. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 1 by 5. So that is equal to minus 1 by 5. Okay, so the value of x is given as 1 by 5. Therefore, the given expression takes the value minus 1 by 5. So is there any option? Yes, that is option number 4. So option number 4 minus 1 by 5 is the correct answer for question number 9. Then 10th one is tan inverse of 1 by 4 plus tan inverse of 2 by 9 is equal to dash. See, here it is clear. We can apply the formula tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y and find out the answer. But logically if you think, tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y will be equal to tan inverse of, okay. So it won't be, therefore the first option, second option won't come because they are cos inverse and sin inverse. And moreover, even though the third one has tan inverse, but outside tan inverse of 3 by 5 is multiplied with 1 by 2. So in the formula we do not have any constant multiplied with that one, tan inverse. So clearly the option will be 4 tan inverse of 1 by 2. Okay. So logically if you think it will be equal to tan inverse of 1 by 2. Even you can also check by using the formula whether you have the option as a tan inverse of 1 by 2 as the correct answer. Okay. Let us check. So tan inverse of 1 by 4 plus tan inverse of 2 by 9 is equal to tan inverse of 1 by 4 plus 2 by 9 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 into 2 by 9. Okay, that is tan inverse of. So taking LCM 36. So 9 plus 18, 17 by 36 divided by, again here 36 minus 2, that is 34 by 36. Okay. So 36 and 36 again cancel. Tan inverse of 17 by 34 is nothing but tan inverse of 1 by 2. So what is the option? Option number 4, tan inverse of 1 by 2. So without working out, you can logically think that it would be equal to tan inverse of 1 by 2, because you won't get cos inverse and sin inverse using this formula, and moreover you should not get any constant multiplied with the tan inverse by applying the formula. So it would be the answer. Okay. Then 11th one, if the function f of x is equal to sin inverse of x squared minus 3, then x belongs to dash. That means here the set to which x is asked, that means the domain is to be found out. Okay. So usually you know that the domain of sin inverse is closed interval minus 1 to 1. So let us substitute, let us check whether what would be the value of x if it lies between minus 1 to 1. Okay. So minus 1 less than or equal to x squared minus 3 less than or equal to 1. That is, this implies that adding 3 on both sides we have, or throughout we have minus 1 plus 3 is 2, less than or equal to x squared is less than or equal to 4. Now taking square root, we have root of 2 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. That is if it is in the positive case, and then if you take square root we have minus also, that is minus root 2 and minus 4. But minus root 2 is not will be less than, minus root 2 is less than x is less than plus 2 minus 2 is not possible. That is by taking the negative value we have minus root 2 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to minus 2. But this is not true, because minus 2 value will be lesser than this. Okay. So the inequality should be reversed. So this is not true. So it should be minus 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to minus root 2. Okay. So the inequality should be reversed. So this one implies two cases, that is minus 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to minus root 2. Okay. So what would be this one? So combining these two, we have x belongs to minus 2 to minus root 2, as there is equal to sign, closed interval minus 2 to minus root 2, and also this one. So that is root 2 to closed interval root 2 to, and both are equal, that means a union. Okay. So what does the domain of x? The domain of x is this one, which is nothing but the third option. So the answer for the 11th question is the third option, closed interval minus 2 to minus root 2 union closed interval root 2 to 2. Okay. See, minus. Okay. Sorry, I left this minus here, right? Then 12th one, if cot inverse of 2 and cot inverse of 3 are the two angles of a triangle, then the third angle is dash. Okay. See, if they are in the inverse identities, we have to convert into the main trigonometric function. That is, here it is given in the cot inverse. So let us convert it to tan inverse. So you know that tan inverse of 1 by x is equal to cot inverse of x. Okay. So let us take this cot inverse of 2 and cot inverse of 3 to be tan inverse of 1 by 2 and tan inverse of 1 by 3. So given that cot inverse of 2 and cot inverse of 3 are two angles. Okay. That is, this implies that tan inverse of 1 by 2 and tan inverse of 1 by 3 are the two angles. So let us convert it to tan inverse, right? And then moreover, you know that sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore, tan inverse of 1 by 2 plus tan inverse of 1 by 3 plus theta, let us take theta to be the third angle, that is equal to pi, that is 180 degree. So tan inverse of 1 by 2 plus tan inverse of 1 by 3 means we can substitute the formula for this one. So this will be tan inverse of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus theta is equal to pi. Okay. So this implies. So let us simplify. So taking LCM as 6, it will be tan inverse of 5 by 6. So tan inverse of 5 by 6 divided by, again it would be 1 by 6. So 1 minus 1 by 6 is again 5 by 6 plus theta is equal to pi. So it will be 1 tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of 1 is nothing but pi by 4. So this implies that pi by 4 plus theta is equal to pi, which implies that theta is equal to pi minus pi by 4, that is equal to 3 pi by 4. Okay. So what is the option? Option number 2. So the answer for option number 2 is 3 pi by 4. Then 13th one, sin inverse of tan pi by 4 minus sin inverse of root of 3 by x is pi by 6. Then x is the root of this equation. So first let us find out what would be the value of x, and then let us check whether x belongs to, x will be the root of the which equation. That is the given 4 equations. Let us check for what equation x will be the root. Okay. So first let us find out the value of x from the given equation. Now look at this tan pi by 4. What is tan pi by 4? Tan pi by 4 is nothing but 1. So tan 45 degree is 1. So let us replace this by 1. So what happened to the given expression? This will be sin inverse of 1 minus sin inverse of root of 3 by x, that is equal to pi by 6. Okay. So this implies that sin inverse of 1 is nothing but 90 degree. So let us move this 90 to opposite side, or moving these two, we have sin inverse of 1 as pi by 2, and moving this pi by 6 here is equal to sin inverse of root of 3 by x. Okay. That is sin inverse of root of 3 by x is equal to, let us simplify this. So what is 90? Here it is 30. 90 minus 30 will be 60. So that is equal to pi by 3. So which implies that root of 3 by x is equal to sin of pi by 3 by definition, moving this sin inverse to opposite side. Okay. So what is sin of pi by 3? Sin 60. So what is sin 60? Sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. Sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. So from this you are going to evaluate the value of x. Okay. So let us, on squaring on both sides, we have 3 by x is equal to 3 divided by 4. So this implies that x is equal to 4. Okay. So we got the value of x as 4, but we have to check whether x is a root of which equation. You have to check, you have to find the equation to which x is a root. So in order to find the equation, let us substitute 4 in all the 4 options, and then you have to choose the equation to which the 4 satisfies this. Okay. So if you take the first option and substituting x as 4, what do you have? 4 squared 36, and here minus 4 minus 6 means 4 squared is 16, and here minus 4 minus 6 is minus 10. 16 minus 10 will not be equal to 0. And then here on substituting x as 4, we have 16, and then minus 4 minus 12 is minus 16. 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. So the value of x is equal to 4 satisfies the second equation. That means 4 will be a root of the second equation. So what is the correct option? X squared minus x minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay. Then 14th one, sin inverse of 2 cos squared x minus 1 plus cos inverse of 1 minus 2 sin squared x is equal to dash, right? So this is 1 minus 2 sin squared x is equal to dash. See, you know that 2 cos squared x minus 1 is nothing but cos 2x. Okay. Similarly, 1 minus 2 sin squared x is also equal to cos 2x. Now, sin inverse of cos 2x plus cos inverse of cos 2x is obtained. Okay. The given expression has now taken this form. You know that sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is pi by 2. See here the same angle cos 2x is here. So this will be equal to pi by 2. So what is the option? Option number 1, that is nothing but pi by 2. Then 15th one. If cot inverse of root of sin alpha plus tan inverse of root of sin alpha is equal to u, then cos 2 is dash. Okay. So here you are going to apply the same identity, that cot inverse of root sin alpha plus tan inverse of root sin alpha, the same angle is given. So you know that cot inverse of x plus tan inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. So root of cot inverse of root of sin alpha plus tan inverse of root of sin alpha is equal to pi by 2. Okay. So, by using the same identity, this implies that u is equal to pi by 2 because this is given as u. So, u takes the value pi by 2. So, what would be the value of cos 2u? Cos 2u is equal to cos 2 into pi by 2, that is equal to cos pi. So, what is the value of cos pi? Cos pi is equal to minus 1. So, this is option number 3, that is minus 1. Then, if a modulus of x is less than or equal to 1, then 2 tan inverse of x minus sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x squared is equal to dash. Okay. See, by looking at this, it is easily we can see that by substituting x as tan theta, it will be equal to sin 2 theta. So, we can easily substitute the cancelling sin inverse of sin, that is, it would be equal to 2 theta. So, let us take this to be x to be tan theta. So, what happen if x is equal to tan theta, then sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x squared is equal to sin inverse of sin 2 theta. Okay, by taking x is tan theta, this will become sin 2 theta, so that is equal to 2 theta, right. Therefore, the given expression is equal to 2 into x is tan theta, means tan inverse of x is equal to theta. So, that is 2 theta minus, again this is also equal to 2 theta. So, 2 theta minus 2 theta, that is equal to 0. Okay, that is x is equal to tan theta implies theta is equal to tan inverse of x. So, by replacing tan inverse of x as theta, we have 2 theta minus 2 theta, that is equal to 0. So, option number 3. So, option number 3, 0 is the correct answer. Okay. 17th one. The equation tan inverse of x minus cot inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3 has dash. That is, the options are given. What would be the number of solutions? Whether it has no solution or unique solution or 2 solution or infinite number of solutions. Okay. So, first let us find out what would be the value of x. By taking the count, we can choose the correct option. Okay. So, given that tan inverse of x and cot inverse of x, and you know that there is a relation between tan inverse and cot inverse as tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. So, that what we can do, we can replace cot inverse of x as tan inverse of x minus of pi by 2 minus tan inverse of x. Okay. So, we can replace cot inverse of x as pi by 2 minus tan inverse of x. So, minus into minus plus, this will be equal to 2 tan inverse of x minus pi by 2. But this is given as tan inverse of 1 by root 3. So, given that 2 tan inverse of x minus pi by 2 is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. So, what is tan inverse of 1 by root 3? So, tan inverse of 1 by root 3 is equal to 1 by root 3 means it is the tan value of 30 degree, that is it will be equal to pi by 6. So, 2 tan inverse of x is equal to pi by 6 plus pi by 2. So, let us simplify by taking 6 as LCM. So, pi plus again here 2 into 2 pi, that is 3 pi. So, 2 3s are 6. So, 3 pi plus pi, that is 4 pi, that is equal to 2 pi by 3. Okay. So, cancelling this 2, we have tan inverse of x is equal to pi by 3, or this implies that x is equal to tan pi by 3. So, tan pi by 3 means 60 degree, tan 60 is nothing but root 3. So, how many solutions you have for x? Only one solution. So, that is root 3 is a single solution you have done for x. Therefore, what is the option? Option number 2, that is unique solution. So, this equation has a unique solution which is root 3. Then 18th one. If sin inverse of x plus cot inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to pi by 2, then x is equal to. So, you are going to find out the value of x using this equation. Okay. So, first from this equation, that is sin inverse of x plus cot inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to pi by 2, which implies that cot inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to pi by 2 minus sin inverse of x. Okay. Now, what is pi by 2 minus sin inverse of x? That is equal to cos inverse of x. So, we have from the given equation, we have transformed cot inverse of 2 is equal to cos inverse of x. So, applying by constructing a right triangle and taking this to be theta, and if you convert this to cos inverse of some value, then we can find out the value of x. Okay. So, let us construct a right angle triangle. Then by taking, let us take this cot inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to theta, which implies that cot theta is equal to 1 by 2 or tan theta is equal to 2 by 1. Okay, so by constructing the right triangle, tan theta is 2 by 1 means opposite side is 2 and adjacent side is 1. Therefore, what would be the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is equal to root of 2 squared plus 1 squared, that is 4 plus 1 root 5. Therefore, this implies that what is the value of cos theta? Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. So, that is 1 by root 5 or theta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by root 5. So, by taking cot inverse of 1 by 2 as theta, we have transformed this cot inverse to cos inverse. So, what would be the value of x? As cot inverse of 1 by 2 and cos inverse of x are equal, the value of x is nothing but 1 by root 5. Okay. So, cot inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to cos inverse of x, that is, this is equal to cos inverse of 1 by root 5 equal to cos inverse of x, and this implies that x is equal to 1 by root 5. So, that is option number 2. So, this problem takes the option, second option, that is 1 by root 5. 1 by root 5. So, 19th one is, if sin inverse of x by 5 plus cosecant inverse of 5 by 4 is equal to pi by 2, then the value of x. This is also just like the previous one, that is 18th sum. So, let us move this cosecant inverse to opposite side. Okay. So, sin inverse of x by 5 plus cosecant inverse of 5 by 4 is equal to pi by 2 implies sin inverse of x by 5 is equal to pi by 2 minus cosecant inverse of 5 by 4. So, pi by 2 minus, that is nothing but this secant inverse of 5 by 4. Okay. And you know that secant inverse of x is equal to cos inverse of 1 by x. So, it can be written as cos inverse of 4 by 5. So, sin inverse of x by 5 is now equal to cos inverse of 4 by 5 from the given equation. So, let us construct a right angle triangle. Okay, to get the value of x by taking this to be theta. So, let us construct a right angle triangle taking cos inverse of 4 by 5 to be theta. So, let us take this one, and this implies that cos theta is equal to 4 by 5. So, by taking the acute angle to be theta, so that is 4 and here it is 5. So, by Pythagorean triple 3, 4, 5. So, this would be 3. So, the opposite side will be 3 and hence sin theta is equal to 3 by 5. Okay. And therefore, theta is equal to sin inverse of 3 by 5. So, cos inverse of sin inverse of x by 5 is equal to cos inverse of 4 by 5 is given, but cos inverse of 4 by is theta and theta is equal to sin inverse of 3 by 5. So, this is nothing but sin inverse of x by 5 is equal to cos inverse of 4 by 5 is now equal to sin inverse of 3 by 5, that is sin inverse of 3 by 5, and this implies that x is equal to 3. Okay, by taking sin on both sides, we have x by 5 is equal to 3 by 5 and hence x is equal to 3. So, that is option number 4. So, what is the value of x? The value of x is 4, which is nothing but option number 4. Okay. So, the value of x is 3, which is nothing but option number 4. Then last one, 20th one, sin of tan inverse of x where modulus of x is less than 1 is equal to dash. See, we know that there is one formula for tan inverse of x, that is tan inverse of x is equal to, in terms of sin, there is a formula for tan inverse of x in terms of sin as sin inverse of x divided by root of 1 plus x square, where x is a positive. Okay, this is a formula. So, by this formula we have sin of tan inverse of x is equal to sin of sin inverse of x divided by root of 1 plus x square, where modulus of x is less than 1 means clearly x is a positive quantity and therefore we can apply this. So, sin of sin inverse means it will be equal to x divided by root of 1 plus x squared. So, that is nothing but our fourth option. So, the answer for the last question is the fourth option, that is x divided by root of 1 plus x squared. Okay. Dear children, thank you all for watching all my videos patiently on this fourth chapter. Okay. If you like this, subscribe it. Next, let us see the third chapter, theory of equations, in the upcoming videos.